everybody. So the first question is, where do you see evidence of these issues in the US or globally? And definitely in the US, we see a lot of neocolonialism, and we see our theory being spread across the world, and specifically our political systems. We want everyone in the world to be a democracy, and so we can spread this on the internet, which can be a problem because that doesn't always culturally apply to everyone in the US. Where do I see myself in the cultural breakdown is the second question. And I think for the cultural breakdown, it's interesting because I only speak English, so that chart was kind of like weird. I thought that more of the world would speak English, but also 31 of the people were Christian, and I would fall in that category. I also didn't realize that so many people globally also had that faith, and I would be in the 40% that have internet access, 86% that can read and write, definitely not starving or malnourished, so I would be in that little one that's healthy, thank God, but sadly the rest of the world doesn't always fit in that. College educated, I have a computer, so I feel like even though those numbers are really low, thankfully I fit into those categories. And then for the last question, a marketing failure, I'm actually going to list the Pepsi ad. And this was a Pepsi commercial that included Kendall Jenner. And this was a cultural failure because in these political turbulent times, we have a lot of unrest with protests and with our police system. And specifically, we had a problem with like Black Lives Matter at the time. So in this Pepsi commercial, Kendall Jenner, she hands the police officer a Pepsi, and he was just like peaceful, and everything seemed to be good again. But there's actually a really big problem with this because it really diminishes protesting and a lot of the brutality that protesters receive, and even when it's not really so. So actually, Martin Luther King's daughter actually she actually tweeted back at Pepsi and was like, oh, I wish my dad understood this. Martin Luther King understood this because he dealt with police brutality during protests for civil rights. And so when Pepsi released this commercial, it was very insensitive to protesters, and it was a major marketing failure for their company and actually caused a lot of protests from people buying their product when it probably didn't have the intention of diminishing protesting, but they failed completely because they weren't sensitive to the diversity of our culture in America and what was going on politically. So thanks so much.